Two related updates ask the same question. How do teams stop running routine coding work on the most expensive models? Fireworks Nexus routes easy requests to cheaper open-weight models. Hard problems escalate to your contract model. Moonshot AI's Kimi CLI shows a fully non-interactive agentic coding workflow that routing can offload. Fireworks announced Nexus, a routing and cost control layer for engineering stacks. Fireworks says Nexus runs requests on a production inference platform with US-hosted endpoints, zero data retention, and coverage across 20 global data centers. It ships FireConnect, a one-line Apache 2.0 installer mapping harness slots to Fireworks models. Fireworks reports typical 3 to 5 times cost reductions on routine requests. Moonshot published a hands-on Kimi CLI guide showing non-interactive operation. Python 3.13 install, .kimi config, JSONL streaming, session memory, autonomous edits, and test generation. 3 technical updates to track. First, Nexus uses a custom-trained scorer to classify request difficulty and route routine tasks to open-weight models, while hard tasks go to your frontier provider. Second, preview routing pairs Claude Opus 5 with GLM 5.2. An all-open setup can route Kimi K3 with GLM 5.2. Third, Fireworks shared benchmarks. Faros ran 211 engineering tasks and reported 0.568 for Claude code on GLM 5.2 and 0.521 on Opus 4.8, with costs of 92 cents and $1.76 per task. Arize ran 2,400 runs, costing $626. A ladder hit 52.5 cents per successful task and solved 32.3 of 40 tasks, versus GPT 5.5 at 63.6 cents, solving 25 of 40. Fireworks Nexus is a drop-in routing layer. Install FireConnect or change your base URL to Fireworks serverless APIs. Each request passes a trained difficulty score. Routine requests route to open-weight models. Hard requests forward to your frontier provider using your key. Fireworks says it does not store that key. Caching and deliberate escalation ladders are essential because naive escalation across many models raised cost in tests. Moonshot's Kimi CLI complements routing by enabling programmatic non-interactive agent runs with JSONL event streaming, persistent session memory, plan modes, and test integrations. Why now? Fireworks cites rapid agentic adoption and rising AI spend. It references a Forbes report saying Uber exhausted its 2026 AI budget in 4 months and notes agentic adoption moved from about 1/3 of engineers to more than 4/5 in 2 months. That growth pressures platform teams to cut per-request spend on routine tasks while keeping developer tools working. Nexus aims for centralized control and observability with minimal disruption. For developers and platform teams, the effect is cost control with minimal tooling change. FireConnect preserves existing CLIs, so Claude Code and similar tools keep working. Fireworks reports about a 1/3 reduction in cost per merged pull request in preview. Kimi CLI's non-interactive mode lets teams embed agent workflows into CI or automation. The tutorial shows Kimi installed in Python 3.13, a .kimi config, a programmatic wrapper emitting JSONL, and loops until unit tests pass, enabling repeatable agent runs. Opportunities fall into 3 areas. First, routine well-specified tasks are good early candidates for open-weight routing. Arize and Faros data show open models match frontier quality on easy tasks. For example, Kimi K26 passed 73% on easy tasks versus GPT 5.5 at 69%. Second, design escalation ladders to lower cost per successful task. Fireworks ladder hit 52.5 cents in Arize runs. Third, Kimi's programmatic non-interactive workflow enables CI and automated maintenance use cases. There are limits and open questions. Fireworks figures come from a preview program and vendor-shared evaluations. Faros and Arize provide independent but cohort-specific data. The router currently supports limited pairings in preview, such as Claude Opus 5 with GLM 5.2 or Kimi K3 with GLM 5.2 in an all-open setup. Hard tasks still favor frontier models. Arize reported GPT 5.5 at 51% versus Kimi K3 at 32% on hard tasks. Routing needs careful policy, observability, and fallback logic. Operationally, Nexus adds platform responsibilities. You must run and tune a difficulty scorer, maintain model cost and cache strategy, and audit pass-through usage that still consumes frontier spend. Fireworks provides centralized budget and ROI tracking and states zero data retention on US-hosted endpoints across 20 global data centers. Kimi's session export and JSONL streaming produce machine-readable transcripts and session artifacts for replay or audit. These reduce manual checks but shift policy and testing work to platform teams. Key takeaway: measure before you switch. Use an open harness like Arize to measure cost per successful task on your workloads. Design deliberate escalation ladders. They beat naive multi-model routing. Validate automation with CI. Kimi CLI shows non-interactive, test-driven agent runs, but validate generated changes independently. Together, Nexus and Kimi show a pragmatic path: route routine work to cheaper models and use programmatic agents where safe and measurable. Sources used in this package are the Fireworks Nexus announcement and the FireConnect repository, plus the Moonshot Kimi CLI tutorial. The full URLs are in the description.